Welcome you on the show. 360 Sport on Trust TV. I'm Adeni Ajishafe. I have in the studio Olale Peters. I saw you smiling with those punches coming.
Thank you, Adeni. You know, in Yoruba land, they said if a matter has gone beyond crying, what will you
just
do?
have to laugh.
You just have to smile about it. This is very embarrassing, very shameful. No matter what happened, we shouldn't be having this in our NPFL that we are trying to rebrand on a daily basis. Look at the punches. If they know they want to do this, they should just go and meet Anthony Joshua, let him teach them what to do, to go and meet Tyson Fury and whatever. We don't really need this. And the most annoying part, you cannot see the presence of any security personnel around the stadium when they are doing their whatever they are doing. So where are the security that's supposed to be there to make sure that things are in order? It's very, very shameful. And I know the NPFL will come out with a sanction, but sincerely, I wish we can go back to the olden days in the 60s and 70s, what they used to punish people, banishment, you know. In those days, if you're in a village and you committed an atrocity,
you're out.
What they will do, they will take you to the border of that town and they will tell you that you are banished. Don't ever come to this place again. So, and if you look at the crime rates during that period, it's very, very minimal. But now, the issue is they will find them, they will pay for the fine, and what's the probability that they will not do the same thing? So when you have a situation like this, the best option is automatic relegation. Not that you're going to relegate them, 20 points deducted, straight up. No issue of paying 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, not at all. Let them know the consequence. Look at Kano Pillars, for example. What happened to them last season, they will never allow such to happen again. So it shouldn't be about paying fine. No, there should be a punishment that they know they are going to pay for it dearly. The official, they are representing the Abia Warriors. So in whatever happens, they should bear the consequence. 20 points deducted, straight up. It's not a matter of, because this is very embarrassing. This is an eyesore.
Very, very embarrassing, but really, let's look at that particular story. NPFL fines Abia Warriors, Rangers. Give 48 hours to appeal sanctions. Let's look at the fines actually that have been meted to them. Let's look at Abia Warrior first. From the way it is right now, well, Abia Warriors have been charged for breaching NPFL framework and rules following the poor conduct of some of their officials in the course of their home game against Rangers. You saw that particular punching ground there. Some Abia Warriors officials in an aggressive manner prevented the away team from gaining access to the pitch before the match, thereby leading to violent scenes capable of bringing the game to disrepute, which actually it has been brought to disrepute. Abia Warriors failed to provide adequate security to the away team before the match, resulting in a physical falling out committed by some of their officials. Abia Warriors prevented the NPFL official broadcast partner from recording pre-match content, harassed the official broadcast partner's media crew, and seized the mobile device of Star Times regional manager. Abia Warriors have been ordered to identify and produce the official involved in the act of misconduct for additional sanctions. A fine of 1 million naira has been imposed on Abia Warriors for misconduct capable of bringing the game to disrepute. Warriors have also been fined 1 million for failure to provide adequate and effective security. Talking about Abia Warriors now, well, another extra 2 million, a further fine of 2 million has been slammed on Abia Warriors for restraining Nigerian Premier League broadcast partners from recording. They've been issued a warning against preventing visiting teams from accessing the field of play before any subsequent match. Abia Warriors also have been warned of facing heavier sanctions if similar misconduct recurs. Warriors have 48 hours from the date of notice to appeal the sanctions. Let's look at the one for Rangers International. Rangers International also, they have been charged for breaching the NPFL framework. Some Rangers officials have brought the game to disrepute following their violent reaction to provocation from the home team, Abia Warriors. A fine of 1 million has been imposed on Rangers for misconduct capable of bringing the game to disrepute. Well, the Enugu club have been warned that a recurrence of the same act of misconduct will result in severe sanctions. They have 48 hours from the date of notice to also appeal or accept the sanction. These are the two verdicts coming from NPFL to both Abia Warriors and Rangers. And from what you just said, really, a lot of Nigerians have seen the reaction of Nigeria that they should just, two things should be done here: deduct point, like you mentioned, or find a way to send a serious warning that, in fact, will serve as deterrent to other clubs, either by deducting point or by either banishing them that they cannot play in their home, or something that could at least make them feel what we've done is very wrong.
Yeah, I agree with you, and also I think the proposed fine to be imposed on to the Rangers International, to me, is unfair. Because that adjective of
1 million
violent
misconduct,
violent reaction to provocation, I don't understand. Someone is punching you left, right, and center. What will you do?
You should run away.
You should fold your hand.
You should run away.
No, it's running away. From the video you showed, the guy is running. They are pursuing him. So what should he do? He should just stay there. No, we should look at it. This should be investigated. So
seriously,
what do they want him to do in this situation? And they are saying violent reaction to provocation.
Funny
this
enough,
is not provocation. This is beating.
Funny enough, the broadcast media that was actually trying to record, they seized the phone
and now
of the regional manager.
Now tomorrow we'll now be asking for people to come and partner NPFL to support them financially. Look at what happened right now. Your media partner. These are the people that are paying, projecting you, giving you the image. Look at what you did to them. So you're telling me that 4 million naira is enough for these infractions?
Deduction of points should have been
deduction of points. And there's some cases that you have no right of appeal. If you go to the embassy and they deny you visa at times, they'll tell you that you don't have the right to appeal for rejecting your visa. We should also have something like that in the NFF conduct. In a situation like this, no right of appeal, because it's very glaring. This is very glaring. This is embarrassing. Other African countries saying this, look at them. Nigeria
and corporate organizations that could have at least come will be like, what? This is what we want to be showcasing. This will actually make them to go back. And something just have to be done concerning NPFL, coaches, teams, supporters club. This will be really orientated, because you need to understand that football is not a do or die affair. You just can't do it and still enjoy yourself. Looking at those punches being thrown over there in Abia State, between the match between Abia and also Rangers International. But right now they've been fined, but Nigerians are not too happy with that fine. Seems to be too kind of soft. It needs to be a very strong, severe punishment for the fact that they were able to do that. Right now, we move away from Abia Warriors. Let's talk about CAF Awards. Yes, CAF Awards involving Nigerian ladies are really doing us proud right now, because we have category of them. A lot of Nigerians making it, but let's talk about Oshuala and Inadozie making the final shortlist of that CAF Awards. Well, good one. Let's look at this step. The players left now in the shortlist for Player of the Year. Player of the Year for CAF now. We have at least Oshuala making it. Inadozie Chiamaka also making it from Nigeria. Fatima Tagnaut, Anissa Lamari, both of Morocco. Cameroon Ajara Njoya there. You have from South Africa, Andile Dlamini, Hida Magaya from South Africa, Tembi Gatlana, also from South Africa. Y Barbara Banda from Zambia made the cut. From Morocco also, we have Chislen Shabak. Well, right now we have 2 Nigerians, 3 Moroccans, we have 3 South Africans, and from the way it is, we say have at least 2 Nigerians, 1 goalkeeper and 1 striker. Yeah,
I think a good one for the country, and whatever happened, and I think we've set a record that other people, they're going to...
They will find it hard to actually break.
To break that one. We have Perpetual Okocha, who has won it 4 times, and we have Oshuala, who has won it record 5 times. So between them, Nigeria have won it 9 good times. And if you see the competition that is coming up now, especially what the Moroccan team did, the Moroccan lady rather, what they did at the last competition, it shows that we are in for it. It's not going to be easy like we used to have it before. Then the South African also, we know that when it comes to female football, they are very fantastic. So I still so much believe that Oshuala can win it, but our performance at the World Cup, yes, was fantastic, but our own performance as an individual, it wasn't that fantastic. That's the honest truth. She wasn't that. She wasn't the shiny star that we used to know, because she had injuries, so they have to manage her during that period. Inadozie, I will even prevent Inadozie to win.
In fact, before you even say this, I looked at the remaining players. I'm like, this Inadozie could actually win this, because both for club and country, she's been fantastic.
She has really performed exceptionally, especially when it comes to penalty stopper. She has done very well, but when it comes to rewarding a player, you hardly see
goalkeepers.
A goalkeeper. If not, the like of Buffon and co of this world, Peter Cech of this world,
they ought to have won World Footballer of the Year.
Won World Footballer of the Year, but everybody's only looking at who scored the goal. They are not looking at who defended the goal. So that is where the problem is. But I know there's also another category of goalkeeper, best goalkeeper award, which she was nominated also. So I think maybe that she can have a chance.
One.
But for this one, it's very, very, very rare before you can see a goalkeeper winning the award. But making the final shortlist, one of the best 10 female players in Africa, it's a pride. It's something to be proud of.
It's worthwhile. Well, good one there. Talking about those Nigerians, let's continue with the categories of awards. We have Nigerians there. Young player of the year, we have Abiodun Deborah, and also making it, Deborah Abiodun, Nigeria, Esther Jakaye, Nigeria, South Africa, and Tembile Shamasi, making the cut. Come for Yeboah of Ghana, and Nesrin El Chad of Morocco, making that cut for Young Player of the Year in that particular category. Good one. 2 Nigerians making this particular cut. In another set of category, let's look at the goalkeeper of the year, where we have our own Nadoze also making that call there. Nadoze is there, and Lamini Kelly Swat, South Africa, Khadija Emrichi of Morocco, and also Iman Abdulahad, also making it from Morocco. For Nadoze, just like Ola said, she could actually get this done. This particular category is what we are also hoping that she can be able to scoop home there. Well, from there, let's talk about the coach of the year. Coach of the year, we have our own coach, although former now, Randy Wardrum. Randy Wardrum made that cut while he was able to take a Nigerian team to that particular performance over there in Australia. South Africa, Desire Ellis, Jerry Shabalala of Mamelodi Sundown, Renard Pedros of Morocco, and have Medley Kwachori, who also actually been nominated now. This is the final list being rolled out. We have Randy Wardrum there, no longer with Nigeria, but at least
he has gone from duty.
Exactly.
Okay, I think a good one for the country, not for him as an individual, because take it or leave it, we have to have done better than what we did even at the World Cup. If you look at the kind of players that we have, the individual brilliancy, we have it there. So what we just need is someone to come in and make them work like a unit and like a team, which, as far as I'm concerned, if they have to grade him, I'll give him below 50. Because with what we have, Ajibade, Oshola, Nadoze, they've done very well. They have the experience. We are the perennial champion when it comes to football in Africa. So we should take that one and transform it to the FIFA World Cup, but we are unable to do that one. So for him to make the list, I think it is Nigeria that made him. It did not make Nigeria. So that's why I said it is congratulations to Nigeria. For the Women Footballer of the Year, we have 2 Nigerians representing us. From the
young player,
junior players, we have 2 Nigerians representing us. For the goalkeeper,
we have one.
For the coach, we have also 1. That shows that what a man cannot do, a woman can do it far better. That shows that we should give more concentration. We should give more attention to the female football in Africa. And if you look at what we are going to face in the next 2-4 years now, if care is not taken, what happens to Super Eagles might happen to Super Falcons. If you look at all the nominees for all these awards, you see that South African having 3 nominees or 4 nominees, or you have Morocco having 3 nominees or 4 nominees, and you have Senegal also, they are coming up. And this is not something that they just wake up today and they start doing. It is something that they've been planning. They have a progress, a plan for it that, okay, they said this is what you want to achieve. Let's have a team first. You cannot win a competition without having a team. But that is what we are still failing to understand in the country. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy what the Super Falcons, what they've done by making us proud at the continental stage.
The good one there, and the last one has to do with the national team of the year. We have Nigeria also making that call there, the national team of the year. Well, right now we're happy that at least all the categories, Nigeria seems to have at least one particular opportunity to make to win this particular award. There, good one talking about Nigeria in the women category of CAF awards. For the men, Osimhen is the only one that we are hoping that will be able to scoop that particular coveted award for years now. Quickly, let's look at the result of the NLO, Nationwide League One Cup, taking place in Uyo and also in Kano. Let's look at Uyo Center, some of the matches played quickly. The result of Chimoski FC, they lost against Van Dresser Jr. 1-2, Jaguar FC 3. Crane FC defeated them 4 in the 4-3, 7-goal thriller there. Palm Syrup FC, they lost against Roro FC by 1-0. Kun Khalifa FC defeated Oligese FC by 1-0. Well, let's go to Kano. As we look at the result of the Kano Center, also matches were played. And let's look at those results in Kano. They are Tudunwada, they pipped Like Minds by a lone goal, and Kwankwansi Asamba, they lost against Greenlock FC by 1-2. Barao Murtala FC, they lost against Zeal Mines FC by 4-0, while NA Royal FC defeated FC Sheikha 2-1. I know you always love the names of our club. Can you see Kwankwansi Asamba?
It's very, very interesting. And cool.
I love the name because this is typical Africa, Nigerian, you know, Like Minds, Greenlocks, these are foreign names, right? These are English, right? But when you see Tudunwada, you know, this is a typical outside. I love that.
Yeah, I think it's a very good development. It's like you are bringing the football to the grassroots. It's something that they call this my home club. Like Tudunwada, for example, I know a lot of people that are from Tudunwada in Kano.
In Jos, everywhere you have Tudunwada.
You have in Kaduna, you have everywhere. So this is more like, okay, this is our own club. So it's a very, very good one. And this is what is annoying. From all these clubs, you cannot tell me that we cannot have replacement for some of our tired, legged Super Eagles player. Most of these players, if you go and watch their match,
talented players,
raw talent, and that is what you need. Develop the raw talent, then you do what you transform them by giving them the exposure and the confidence that they need, that you can be like Messi, you can be like Ronaldo. Look at Garnacho, look at the goal that he scored over the weekend for Manchester United. How old is he? 19 years old, because they gave him that opportunity when he was 15 years old. So now he can even go to the World Cup and compete with the best. So that is what we are talking about. That we have the same thing here in the country also. You should give them that confidence, you give them that hope. They should be playing for something. Not because they want to hit food, but they should be playing because they want to have a future and a career. It's a very good thing. I think we need to give more publicity to most of these clubs. And the good part of it is gone at those days that when you are playing at home, you have your sure banker 3 points. But now people are traveling away from home and they are beating the home team. So that shows that the sanity in our NLO more than what we have at the NPFL.
Except for Abia and Rangers that started throwing punch.
It's very embarrassing.
Anyway, just had some banter there. But right now, let's go to the big one. We just showcase our own there. Our own league always very, at least since let's talk about it, NLO, NNL, and also the NPFL. But we go to the big one happening tonight. We have a Champions League match day 5 in Group E and F. We look at Group E and F in this particular segment. Let's quickly talk about UEFA Champions League Group E now. Fixtures for match day 5. Lazio will take on Celtic, while Feyenoord will be at home against Atletico Madrid. And if you look at how the table is in this particular group, for Lazio, Celtic, Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid are topping in that particular group there. Well, a big one there. They have 8 points, followed by Lazio, Feyenoord, and Celtic. But for the matches tonight, let's look at it. Atletico already, they are topping. They have 8 points. And then you have Lazio, Feyenoord, Celtic. Feyenoord will be hosting Atletico, while Lazio play against Celtic. How do you see these games?
Okay, it's going to be very interesting. And then tonight will determine what will happen in the next phase. And what do I mean? And if you look at it, 6, 7, 8. So that shows that anything can still happen. It's only Celtic that they have nothing to play for again. The top two are going to go to the round of 16, while the third place team will play at the Europa. So that means those that are having 6, 7, 8, they have something to fight for. Now let's take Atletico Madrid and Feyenoord for example. Now, Atletico Madrid, from the last 4 matches they've played at the Champions League, they won 2, they drew 2. They are yet to lose any match, and they're having 8 points currently now. If they can, as much as possible, to get a draw tonight, that will take them from the 8 points they're having to 9 points. Knowing fully that over the weekend, they are playing another derby match. They are playing Barcelona. They are going to Newcastle to play Barcelona. So they don't need to exhaust all their strength for now, since they are still topping the league.
Just maintain that particular,
get as much as, just last year, their next match, they are going to play away to Atletico Madrid, and that will be a must-win match for Atletico Madrid, which will make Atletico Madrid to topple their game. And Celtic, their own last match, will be at home to Feyenoord. If they've not done anything for their fans and for their supporters, the last match of the Champions League,
be able to do something.
Should be able to win or draw. So that shows that the group is very open for either Atletico Madrid, Feyenoord, or even last year. It's only Celtic that they have nothing to play for, apart from pride in their last match against Feyenoord, which will be very, very interesting. So it's anybody's game But I think Atletico Madrid should be able to get a draw tonight, while Lazio should be able to win their match tonight.
Well, that's in Group E. Looking at those fixtures that will be coming up in UEFA Champions League and also the table of that particular Group E. Let's switch over to Group F. The Group F fixtures, we look at the fixture and also the table back-to-back. AC Milan will be facing Borussia Dortmund. What a match there. What will be happening at San Siro? PSG will also be facing Newcastle United. Newcastle United, you know what they can do. They can just surprise if you blink. Well, let's look at how the table is. That particular group seems to be another tough group. Borussia Dortmund, they have 7 points. PSG 6 points. And you have AC Milan, they have 5 points. Newcastle 4 points. This group, this is a very, very tough group.
4, 5, 6, 7 group.
And AC Milan, they are playing home against Borussia, PSG home to Newcastle.
Okay, we all predicted when the draw came out that this is going to be the group of death. It's going to be anybody's game.
And really it is.
And that is where it is right now. They are playing the fifth
Matchday 5.
Matchday 5 tonight, and look at it, it's still not open.
It's not clear.
It's not open to anybody. It can be anybody's game. Just like you said about Newcastle, if you blink, take it to a level. Look at what happened against Chelsea. Despite all the injuries that Newcastle they are having,
they were still able to turn things around. That is when you play with commitment, when you play with dedication. Yes, I know you say something about Chelsea. I didn't say.
But no matter what you want to say.
That seems to be the group of death. PSG, AC Milan, Dortmund, and also Newcastle United all fighting for place there. Well, before we go, we just have to appreciate our guests in the studio for coming on at least to talk sports.
Thank you so much, Adini, and I'm very happy that the Chelsea fan outside there will be very happy that I shot you from talking about
okay, I didn't want to say anything,
Thank you so
but
much
because you have said this, how market?
Market.
What a way to talk about this show. Well, good one there, Loyally Peters. I appreciate you so much. I'm Adeni Jusha. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.